ask the author questions on his bill.
Senator Middleton, do you yield?
I do.
Senator Middleton, how many individuals have you or anyone else confirmed were unable to vote because of the paper shortage?
We estimate in the thousands, but one of the problems that I mentioned earlier is the Harris County Election Administrator's Office is fighting these open records requests. They're not answering questions. If you've seen, that's very famous, actually, that they're not. They actually initially denied meeting with one of the commissioners, Tom Ramsey. I don't know the status of that. So it's unfortunate that they're making it difficult to determine the exact number.
Are you aware of, personally, or have you received any information of a single individual who has complained of not voting because of the paper shortage?
We know people were turned away. We know people did not end up voting. We know this happened throughout this swath of the county. I mean, we see the map there.
My question is, do you have any names of individuals who've complained that they were unable to vote because of the paper shortage?
Harris County Republican Party has collected names, yes. I don't have them here with me, but they have.
How did you come to the 2% number in your bill, 2% of polling places?
Right, so it was 16% we estimated that were affected by the ballot paper shortage. And then 52 were polling centers, voting locations that received less paper in 2022 than 2018. So we set a bar that we wanted to make sure covered enough of the issue while allowing a tolerance for error. In other words, if just one ran out. So 2% is estimated to be about 16. So 2% of 782 is 16. So if there were a few and something fell through the cracks, no new election. But if it becomes systemic, then yes, you've got to call a new election.
What relationship between 2% or 16 polling locations and a statistical probability of having a material effect on the outcome of an election?
Well, there should be no statistical probability of denying ballot paper once it's requested.
That's not my question.
Incidence of that should be zero.
Let me restate my question for you. What is the relationship between 2% or 16 polling locations and the probabilities of changing the outcome in an election?
This is not about changing the outcome of an election. This is just making sure that everyone who wants to vote gets to vote, and they don't have an unreasonably long wait because we're waiting on ballot paper, or they can't vote at all because the polling location doesn't have ballot. It's that simple.
So
it's not about statistics. It's about what's right. That's all it's about.
So based on your answer and that it's not about statistics, your bill has no requirement that the lack of paper made any statistically probable effect on the election, correct?
It doesn't look at the outcome. It doesn't look at what may or may not have happened. This is just everyone has to have the opportunity to vote, and that's all it's about. So,
I did note in the fiscal note, and this always bothered me when I was a county judge as well, it says there could be a significant fiscal impact for counties required to fund an additional election. That always bothered me as a county when it says could be a significant fiscal impact. Do you have any knowledge of the cost of a county-wide election in Harris County?
Well, they spend about $30 million, so that is way more than, by the way, shout out, Dallas County is about $12 million. Bexar County is about 5.7, so that shows you how much more they're spending and getting worse results. So I think we have a problem with the election administrator's office, and really the cost should be zero or close to zero because all you got to do is make sure they have enough paper at the polling locations.
Your bill, without requiring any evidence of a statistically probable impact on the election results, has the Secretary of State requiring a complete do-over of an election that will cost tens of millions of dollars. Correct?
I don't think it'll cost anything. If we pass this, I'm pretty sure that the outcome is going to be there's going to be enough ballot paper.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Senator Alvarado. For what purpose?